I was looking for a good passive income source. Sentinel was definitely answering that need for me. I know the real estate market, so I was looking for something in this space, but that's different from rentals, which has been my space before, in the single family space. So going into the commercial space with Sentinel made sense for me. And in terms of being trustworthy, I've known Fred and Dennis for almost 13 years now. I've engaged with them in different conferences, different capacities, brainstorming, and I've always found them to be very trustworthy, responsible, and very smart in this space, forward thinking. The communication style's been great. I feel very informed along the process, and it's very transparent. Everything that's being done in the deal, especially on the financial side, but if anything else goes sideways, has been communicated effectively. What I like about the investment strategy at Sentinel is that I think, have been thinking outside the box. Everyone has just said, no office, don't look at anything office. I like that the approach has been, not everything in office is bad. Let's find the gems, let's look, for the needle in the haystack sort of approach and find the right deals. I think that's how I've also built my portfolio prior, and I definitely believe and agree with that approach. In terms of protecting my investment and diligence, I look at it twofold. One, I know from my discussions and my work with Fred in the past as an operator, that they definitely look at everything that they can think of and make sure that the asset is as safe as can be. And in terms of the way the fund works and the profit sharing and now the European waterfall, it lets me know that they really believe in the deals they're putting in front of us, because we need to get all of our money and all of our profits on everything before the partners start to share in the profits as well. And that also gives me confidence that they are choosing the right deals to put in front of the investors. I definitely believe that the management is aligned with the investor. As I said, first of all, from the European waterfall approach that lets us know until we have our goals met, management doesn't share in the profits. And I like the combination of the preferred shares and the cash flow that's coming in, as well as the hopefully hitting it out of the ballpark down the road as the assets are sold. I've invested in every single deal that Sentinel's put together from the time they started it as Guardian, every asset, and now in the Opportunity Fund as well. I was in the founding group to do that. I've also brought family members in and good friends into the portfolio because it's done so well for me that I wanted others to be able to share in that success. So the Sentinel Opportunity Fund is a new fund, that's true, but the management team and the approach is similar. I spoke with Dennis to understand a little bit the reason for the change from going to single asset based, which again, as I said, I've invested in every single one, to this Opportunity Fund. And it made sense to be able to know that they have committed capital. Makes it a lot easier to approach different deals, and to know that they don't have to put in a contingency on being able to raise capital for the deal makes it more advantageous and opportunistic in terms of the discounts and negotiations that can be applied in the deals. And so to me, that just looked like a better opportunity than even just single assets, as well as distributing my risk across multiple assets in one portfolio. Obviously, being able to diversify, being able to be your investments spread across multiple deals is a way to reduce risk exposure. And so, whether I invested in every single deal or in one fund that has multiple deals, as I said, may not seem like there's much of a difference in terms of diversification. However, this fund, with the approach of the European waterfall and the fact that I believe that as a result of having a large fund, they can negotiate more opportunistic deals because they know the funds are available and they just need to call the capital. Both of those reduce my risk exposure to bad deals.